sparkling, golden, pure, refreshing.
Oh, hey, now come on. Hang on now. Can't we just settle this over a pint? No. All right, then. Come on!
Chilled now, and Ingrid serves it in the traditional manner, from a pitcher with a garland of greenery. Mmm.
These guys find the kind of relaxation and release they need in a cold glass of beer. For them, only beer does it.
Grandpa's telling tales of yore. Bruce Q talks about comics more. Norm's got jokes that we adore. Hawk's our mascot, hear it roar. 3BeerMen drinking in the streams, laughing like it's no tomorrow. Hawk's loud squawk praising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In twilight's slow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. Men drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. 3BeerMen drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In twilight's glow time we hold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip there's a twist. In each sip there's a twist.
And I don't know why Norm is off stage.
You want to start that one over again, Bruce? Because you were off stage too.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Howdy, 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 everyone, and welcome to another Cozy AF evening with 3BeerMen. I am your host, one of three, Bruce Q. Wayne. We've got Cosmic Grandpa and Norm hanging out with us this evening. And tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun. But first, let's everybody say hello. Norm, go for it.
Hello.
And Cosmic.
Howdy, everyone.
Yeah. All right. So what we like to do here on 3BeerMen is start out by letting you know what we like to drink this evening. So tonight, Cosmic, tell us, what are you drinking this fine evening?
All right. Well, given the the theme of the show, it was kind of funny because I had this beer once before on the show. But when Mrs. Cause asked me this week what she should pick up for me, I thought about it for just about exactly 1 second, and then I said, oh yeah, Dead Guy Ale. So I am having Dead Guy Ale tonight. This is I'll blow the bottle up there so everybody can see it. That's says live now, rest later.
Yep, that's kind of like Warren Zevon's original phrase. It's like,
right.
enjoy every sandwich, and I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Indeed. So, yeah, this is by Rogue Brewing, which is in Newport, Oregon, which is along the coast, about halfway between Portland and Eugene. And yeah, this is 6.8%, and it is just a basic ale. I don't know if they refer to it as an IPA or not.
If I remember correctly, it is kind of a hop forward ale, but it's not technically an IPA. It's been a while since I've had that one, but it's good beer.
It's dark, yeah, and well, not dark, dark, but it's of darker complexion, a rich complexion. And yeah, I had it on the show once before, and I remember enjoying it. So, like I said, it fit the theme for tonight.
There you go. There you go. Loving it. Loving it. All right, Norm, what are you watching? What are you drinking tonight?
Well, tonight I have to give Kitty a ride to LAX. Not very fun drive for me. LAX is on the west side and about 40 to 45-minute drive, even on a Sunday night without traffic. So I'm not drinking alcohol, but I am drinking a beer. This is a ginger beer, actually. It's called Cock and Bull. It's Cock and Bull, yeah. Which that's an old saying. Uh, if someone's telling you a cock and bull story, it's normally exaggerated or made up altogether. That's but the name actually comes from a restaurant that was on the Sunset Strip back in the uh, 40s through I think it was there until the 80s. Called the Cock and Bull, and it was in West Hollywood. So that name might mean something else, being from West Hollywood, if you know about West Hollywood. uh, but
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
it's considered it's considered actually they made it because they couldn't find a ginger beer here in the states, and it was an ingredient for a drink that they made up with Smirnoff vodka. You mix it with Smirnoff vodka and lime, and you have a Moscow Mule. And the directions are actually on the back of the bottle because this is actually just supposed to be an ingredient, but I won't be adding vodka to it because of like I said, I'm driving after the show, so and it is actually a beer color. It's a yellow. They said to drink it out of a copper mug. I didn't have a copper mug, so I'm drinking it out of my Zoso Dude uh, MAGA mug. So that Zozo gave me when we he came down here to visit, and we went down to Hollywood Boulevard and stuck Zozo mystery ship stickers all over the place at Hollywood and Vine. But so it's
Very
actually
good.
kind of
Yep.
refreshing, and it's made with real sugar, cane sugar. It's not made with high fructose corn syrup. Has that gingery taste. It's actually really refreshing, and I could see how good this was if I were to. I have some vodka right here. It's not Smirnoff, but I don't know if maybe yeah. I'm tempted to try it with vodka, but not tonight. So
There you go.
Well, that's what the copper mug is for.
Mhm.
In fact, when we brewed ginger beer back at Penn Brewery, my old brewery, we
Yeah.
actually went out and got copper mugs and put Moscow Mules on the menu at the brew pub, just to use up the ginger beer. Now, our
So,
ginger
so,
beer actually was alcoholic.
Yeah. So a little
so
bit
wait.
different.
Can you clarify something for me, Cosmac? Because I'm not
Yeah.
understanding what the point is of having a copper mug with ginger beer. Does it enhance the flavor? Does it change the body? Does it change the taste? What is it that causes it to? Why do people want to put it in a copper mug?
Well, at one point in time, there was a belief that copper was therapeutic. That besides enhancing the taste, that it was also good for you. Now, of course, that turned out to be exactly the opposite of the case. In fact, copper mugs that are not lined are technically not good for you.
Yeah. It's kind of like wearing if you have a copper piece of jewelry, you get green skin. But actually, silver and gold, however, are, if it was in a silver or gold mug, I would assume it'd be better for you because those are antimicrobial.
That there's definitely the antimicrobial aspect, and Serge Sparky points out over in the Pilled chat, the traditional copper mug also helps to keep the drink cool longer because of its excellent thermal conductivity.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
But since the Zoso mug is specifically designed to keep warm drinks warm, I'm assuming that it also will keep cool drinks cool as well.
Yeah.
And like everything Zoso, dude, I'm sure it does an amazing job of it.
Plus, there's good vibes coming from it. So I think that has a lot to do with it. So, cheers. So, Bruce,
Cheers. So I am having something that I think I've had on the show before because I have to start cleaning out my supply. I have a Founder's Vanilla Porter. So it has subtle hints of coffee note, sweet vanilla aroma. And I was just rinsing it off before while you were talking, so I was listening in, but there we go. And of course, I'm pouring it off into my mug, which is the 3BeerMen mug. Cheers. My Zoso Dude mug is unfortunately still back at my house studio, and I'm in my office studio right now. So I'm pouring this off into my 3BeerMen mug. And of course,
yeah,
go ahead.
I chose the Zoso Dude mug other than the 3BeerMen mug because I don't have a 3BeerMen Mag mug. I only have the 16-ounce mug.
Got it.
And I used it for coffee this morning, so I decided to.
And Pops is out there saying that it's almost as cool as his Crom mug. Well,
which
thank you, good sir.
you can get at the online store at themeg.tv.
Themeg.tv, indeed.
Get one of those and one of these that Bruce has in the same order, actually, at themeg.tv.
Yeah.
Get them both. Get one of each.
It's got my ugly mug with my mustache. It's got Cosmac Grandpa with his carbon fiber hat on. And it's got Norm with his beard and mustache.
Yep.
So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right. Why don't we get into reading the chats, and then we can turn it over to Cosmac so he can introduce his segment and go from there. Just Jim, thank you for the donations. 233 gold pills. Belushi, thank you for rating us over on pill.net. Mwah! Love you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Norm, why don't you start out and read where you were at? I don't know what you got in front of you.
I have there's nobody over in Rumble. I didn't even bother to bring up the Odyssey chat today because
really
there's nobody in Odyssey, but we do have a couple people over in YouTube. Wookiees Forever.
Actually, it's Wookie Fever Presents.
Wookie Fever, yeah. Fever Presents. And the Madness Entertainment Network is where we are on YouTube.
That is Pops.
Yep.
So howdy, Wookie Fever Presents and Pops. Good to see you over on the YouTubes. or increasingly the screw tubes, but we
And
do what we can. Assuming you're watching us and not a commercial over there, now that they're injecting commercials like every 6 minutes into the
Oh
live
my
stream.
God, it's ridiculous.
I think you might
Yes.
like a video I did as Harry. I have a Sasquatch character I do over on YouTube, and I did a video about Chewbacca uh, on that channel. I'll have to dig it out sometime and send it to you, Wookie, because I don't know, I thought it was a fun video. So our favorite Wookie. But
All right.
why
Well,
do
I guess
yeah.
that brings us over to the D Live. And over in the D Live tonight, we are glad to see all of our regular customers over there. Val Kimber was first in tonight, followed by Willie Fixit. John Rogers, always good to see you. Bad Zoot, our favorite person with a sticker here in the group. Rick Carmen, TL Spud, Jayla17, Peggy Dancer, Coffee Talk with Sandra. Always good to see you, Sandra.
Hey,
And
Sandra.
Syllabore just popped in.
What's up, Syllabore? Good to see you out there. Very cool. All right. Well, I'm over here in Pilled Land, the pill.net, foxhole.app. And we've got Classical Chick, who is one of the first ones in the house. We got Willie Fixit. Of course, Pops is there. And then Belushi rated us with Artist 61, Zoso Dude 77, Crazy Chuck with a K. Oh, keep going. Belushi, Sigurd the Dragon Slayer, Ghost Pepper. What's up, bro? Hugh 65, WS Hawks fan. Oh, Washington Hawks fan 80. Purple Pumpkin in the house. Pitbull Doorbell, 412 Productions. Thank you, good sir. Good to see you. Huber Deb, DB Productions, Info Lizard, good to see you. A Boneless Chicken, what's up, Boneless? Resonate 432. We got Satire for Retards. He's got some crazy ass stickers going on. He dropped a ton of stickers on us. He's got one for you, Cosmac, one for you, Norm, and several different ones for 3BeerMen and Bruce Q. Wayne. Lucid Leopard is in the house. Bubba777. Truett. Silent. Grumpy Fucker. Hey, Grumpy Fucker, good to see you. Raisin Cane is in the house. Third Ralify. Sleigh Bell 72. The Cowboy Trucker. Cowboy Trucker, good to see you. I've caught his show. I don't know if you guys know that this gentleman is a truck driver, like our good sir, the Texan, and he's out there driving his truck and streaming it as he drives. Good to see you, Connie Ketchup. FCLEN, NP Dremo, Empress, Matt 1776. Good to see you, good sir. Data, I can't pronounce that. Data Tahome 52. Awaken Mom, Serge Sparky, HB Thy Name, Asshead, Project Lubine. Hey, Lubine, what's up? And then Troy 88. Very good to see you all out there. Oh, DH Hext is in the house. Daniel Becker. Jesse Lee Peterson. Good to see you. I think that covers everybody that rated us from Belushi and then some. So back to you guys, Cosmac.
All right. Well, good to see everybody out there. And to the folks that actually did drop a chat out there, Lynn17, Zoso Dude dropped a sticker for the Batman. Just Jim said, thank you for hitting that red pill after dropping us some gold.
233 gold pills. So that's
Indeed.
quite good.
And so we definitely appreciate it. Good seeing you all. All right. Well, I will kick off this evening with a little bit of This Week in Beer, our usual segment that we do. Of course, this week really kind of started out with a shocker. the passing of the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne, literally weeks after his farewell concert. How much foreboding was there? I mean, that was almost creepy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have
Almost
anything
as if
from?
he knew.
Yeah. Do you
No,
have
I
anything from
don't.
that show?
Somebody out in the chat asked earlier if this was going to be a continuation of Zoso Dude's Saturday show. No, it's not. In fact, when I first picked the phrase "off the rails," I actually associated an entirely different subject with it, which was trains and railroads. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Meanwhile, the hits kept on coming this week, as if that wasn't bad enough. Literally, the very next day is when we got the news that Hulk Hogan passed away
Yep,
rather suddenly.
Thursday morning.
I don't know that anybody was necessarily expecting that one.
Yeah.
Blew my
Crazy.
mind. Blew my mind.
Well, I went to do a little bit of research to see if there was any news or anything like that. And in the process of searching for Hogan, Hulk Hogan, I ended up running across this picture here, which of course is Paul Hogan, aka Crocodile Dundee. And this picture was published in The Guardian a week or so ago. Of course, Paul Hogan is 85 now, and it makes me wonder if we ought not have him on our list pretty soon, too.
Yeah, the Deadpool list continues to grow.
Yeah.
The one thing about the all the deaths this week, the radio station has been talking about how celebrities die in threes. And
This week it's it's
it's
threes.
more.
It's more than three this week.
But when the
Threes,
whole,
it's sixes, it's nines, it's 12. It's crazy.
but that's how I found out Malcolm Jamar Warner died, because they were talking about, because he died about the same time as Hulk Hogan, and
He died before Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
He died
he's-
before Ozzy.
he's a little bit younger than I am, which is really scary.
Yeah, well, he died in a surfing type accident or in a water accident.
Oh.
So,
Yeah,
but in any
Are
case,
you sure he
yeah,
wasn't near Barack Obama?
right.
yeah.
So Hulk Hogan, Paul Hogan. Speaking of Hogans, this one wasn't quite as publicized, but it also caught my eye. Kenneth Washington, the last surviving member of the Hogan's Heroes cast, also passed away this last week. Like I said, ran across that when I was searching for Hogan's. And of course, Norm mentioned
Bob
Malcolm
Crane.
Jamal Warner, Theo from the Cosby Show. I was never really a big fan of the Cosby Show myself. Honestly, Fat Albert ruined Bill Cosby for me. So I never really got into Cosby as an adult. But
You just like school on Saturday. Oh yeah, how's that? No class. That's all I remember from those. All the no class jokes. You just like school on the
Indeed.
moon. How's that? No class. That's
and I also had a note here that Ann Burrell, the cook from the Food Network, I remember her, the one with the short, spiky blonde hair. She actually died in June, but it was just announced this week. Her official cause of death was self-deletion. So, unfortunately, seems to happen to a lot of Hollywood stars.
they live fast.
Yeah,
and
well,
die hard. A lot of them.
when they're sexually abused as children, or they're forced to how do we say, perform on the director's couch,
Right.
that's a mind fuck. I'm sorry, but that's got to be some really crazy stuff. And if we were to venture to guess how many of them killed themselves because of the director's couch or any of that other BS, it would be a very extremely large number, I'm sure.
It,
But I digress.
but Bruce, it's also a very fast lifestyle. So, as the
But so
Eagles
is
said,
wrestling.
the
So is wrestling, and Hulk
life in the
Hogan made it.
fast lane. So,
Eh,
yeah.
Well, yeah, in California, that's true. They do it faster.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I had. The only other bit that I had for this week was actually just a personal note. I actually just found out this week that the high school that I went to was demolished 5 years ago. But I actually ran across a video on YouTube this week of seeing the high school demolished, which I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, hey, wait a minute, I know that school. Wait, that's where I went to high school, and they're tearing it down. So now, of course, I would have known that if I would have gone to my 40th reunion 4 years ago, but I never went to any of my class reunions. Quite frankly, I never liked anybody in my high school enough to ever go back. So I actually posted a note on X after watching the video, just saying, just saw a video of my old high school being torn down, and it was very cathartic.
there you go. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I see that we have 208 Outdoors just joined us from Due Diligence's show. I wonder if Due Diligence is making his way over. I don't know if he's rating us, but
Uh,
yeah, we
All right.
I've
We'll
been
keep
I've
an
been
eye
having a
out.
little bit of a chit chat in this pilled.net foxhole.app chat room, and just to let everybody know, tomorrow there will be a memorial held in honor of our dear brother Les, also known as W.C. Cranop, and Subpack Vet's going to get me the link hopefully tonight, that I can share it out in the pill.net posting for everybody to join in. Uh, for anybody who knew W.C. Cranop, he's OG. He was OG. He survived cancer once, came back to get it again a second time 5 years later, and unfortunately this time he succumbed to the cancer. So may you rest in peace, brother. God bless you. Miss you.
here's the West Coast crane up.
That's it. W.C. Cranop. Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Well, with that, like I said, rather than spending the show dwelling on people who have died recently, uh, I thought I would put a little spin on one of the lyrics from the song Crazy Train, Off the Rails, by talking a little bit about railroads and trains and their unfortunate demise. That happens to be a pet subject of mine because I come originally from the city of Altoona, which is, besides being the butt of a lot of stand up comedians' jokes, as literally the city in the middle of nowhere. Um, at one point in time, Altoona was actually considered one of the railroad capitals of the Northeast. And was a very big hub of railroad activity, and we had some of the largest shops in the country in Altoona and Juniata and Hollidaysburg. And I was there when the Pennsylvania Railroad merged with New York Central to become Penn Central. But I was a little young for that. But I was old enough to really appreciate it when that whole thing fell apart a few years later, and Conrail emerged from the ashes in 1975. I certainly knew a lot of kids whose parents or uncles worked for the railroad, and I subsequently watched Altoona and Johnstown and Hollidaysburg and Juniata all drain jobs and people until they were literally just shells of the towns of where my parents were born. So there's a lot of interesting history there, and Maybe someday we'll get to it. But Bruce started filling up my inbox earlier this week with his continued adventures. So instead of taking a railroad journey tonight, we're going to start with a boat journey, and or a ride on the ferry at least, and go from there. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Bruce on the loose.
Thank you, Cosmac. I appreciate you. Just to give you a heads up, we did have plans to go to the New York City Transit Museum this past weekend, but we did not have enough time. We actually ran out of time running around like we did this weekend, as you guys will shortly see. It was a very active weekend for me and my friend Pam as we jaunted across the city from one side of town to the other, as you will see. So, starting with the Staten Island Ferry, Cosmac, why don't you drop into that first row of videos and let's see what we got.
All right. I did get the first video backwards. Actually, I ended up the first video was in there twice, and there was a short video in between, and I ended up deleting the first one instead of the second one. So you're going to have a few seconds of
Dead air.
well, you're going to have a few seconds of somebody's yacht before we get to. Remember this one?
Yes. Okay, so we were on the ferry, and this was the guy that happened to be cruising alongside of us, and it was a private party going on. So I just zoomed in on it.
Nice.
Beautiful boat. Really nice boat.
Can you imagine though? That's like a person owns that.
Yeah.
You know, that's insane. All right, here's the
That's
one you
crazy.
were
Oh, these are old. This is from Long Island. So we're here on coming back the over Bridgeport from to Connecticut.
We're Port Jeff.
This is not even New York
Bridgeport
City.
to Port
This is
Jeff
Long
Ferry.
Island,
This is the
All right.
So
Well-
go forward from that. That was the old stuff.
All right. Well, let me.
Yep, keep going.
All right.
This is still part of Long Island when we were getting off the ferry. Here we go. This is it right here. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead. Start from here.
All right.
From Batman. Here we are, folks. We are on the Staten Island Ferry, and it's probably windy as fuck. You can't hear a thing I'm saying. There is the Statue of Liberty. Alright, guys, I had to take my hat off because it was wind is kicking like a mofo. Look at Pam's hair. It's blowing in the wind. It's crazy out here. The wind is churning up. The water's choppy as fuck. And we're just cruising along. So for 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce on the loose, and here we go, one more time. Staten out in the water, heading over towards Staten Island. Just because we can. Alright guys, catch up to the side. Peace out for that, man. Hey guys. All passengers, even though it's like he read my mind. I asked that same question not just 2 minutes ago. So there we go, folks. We have to exit into the terminal and we have to go in because we are docking here at the Staten Island Ferry, and we're just coming into dock, and then we'll be turning around and coming right back. I'll get you more pictures and video of the Statue of Liberty, and then we'll be heading back to the city, to the Bronx, right? Oh, Brooklyn. We're staying in Soho. Oh, that's right. We're staying in Soho. I'm staying in Soho, hipster central. Here we go. All right, guys. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce on the loose. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out. So, yeah, we had a good time on the ferry. What we did was we took the ferry from the New York side to the Staten Island side and then came back again. That's all we did. But they made us disembark in order to get us back on the boat. I guess they put us on a different boat. So I didn't realize that that's what they were doing. I guess they switch the boats. They have usually 4 in a row. And there's more video footage of that as well. But it was really cool because we got to see the Staten Island Ferry. I'm sorry, we got to see the Statue of Liberty. And if you go to the pictures, Cosmac, there is, in fact, oh, dude, Satire for Retards, you dropping some crazy stickers. He's got 3BeerMen off the rails and a Cosmic Grandpa off the rails already in the build.
And also, thank you, Madness Comic Network, for the cookie.
Oh, thank you, Pops. Appreciate you.
Indeed. And a shout out over on the Madness Entertainment group, by the way, to the Time Scales, who has popped in. The Time Scales has a channel over on YouTube and does some very, very interesting documentary stuff. As a matter of fact, I've seen some recent videos from Time Scales from California that are very, very interesting. They're great watches, like Bruce on the Loose here. So I would highly recommend going over to the YouTube and finding the Timescales channel and subscribing and checking out some of those cool videos. And at some point in time, we're going to be doing well, actually, I know when it's going to be now. It's going to be August the 24th. We're going to do a Coco Cardona cheese sampling thanks to the Timescales. I saw Coco Cardona on his channel, and I thought, oh, we've got to do that. So credit where credit is due. All right, back to you, Bruce. I digress.
No, all good, all good. Just want to say hello to Pilled by the Rabbit, offering up cheers for Les, West Coast. WC Crane up. Thank you, brother. All right. So this is actually the Staten Island Ferry. We are getting back on the boat. Continue with, I think we have some other, I don't know if you saw the photographs I dropped in, there's a series of photos. You can just click through the first 4.
Oop, I am getting them up here.
So that's us going through to get into the terminal.
Looks very New York with the turnstiles.
Well, it's for the train to the Staten Island Ferry, and that's why we took it. And that's if you can see in the far. Let's see. I guess that would be on the the right-hand side. The right-hand side, you'll see the Freedom Tower kind of just, between the trees hanging in there. But we have better shots of that. Continue, good sir. Other photos? I think there's one of me in front of the Staten. There you go. So that's the entrance to the Staten Island Ferry boatyard to be able to get on the docks and to get onto the boats. So you have to go through those doors there and behind me and carry forward. And how
long has that sign been there? Because that looks very iconic. And
it's been there quite a long time. Actually, this is the remodeled station. Yeah. There was another station to the left. Timescales. There you go. YouTube channel, upcoming 8-week series, Return of the Jedi filming locations. Cool. Thank you, the Timescales. We appreciate you for that. I know Cosmic Grandpa is going to be tuned in for that one.
Absolutely.
Very cool. All right. Do you want to go back to the well, no, keep going. There's a couple more photos in there from the actual boat ride itself that I was able to snap, and that was a really nice one of the Statue of Liberty. One more. I think there's one from the
there is.
There we go. A little frontal shot there. And then if you carry on one more, you see the Freedom Tower on the right center side of the photo. Keep going. That's all from the boat, by the way. And this is on our return. I was able to get a close-up of that. And then I think there's one more of the NYPD boat alongside of us. And they were watching us. They followed us the last leg of the return trip into the docks when we got back to New York side. It was interesting. I was curious to know why they were following. I mean, we did have
Maybe
a
it
bunch of
had something to do with why you switched the boats too. Maybe something.
you never know. But why don't you play the rest of that video montage that we also had there and see if it shows.
All right.
I think I may have actually
what's
captured the boat.
probably going to happen is that it's going to start over again when I start it. So we're just going to have to jump through. Yeah. And find where we want to.
Keep going. Keep going. Right there. That's good.
Here?
Yeah. Go a little more. Go a little more.
This is where we left off.
This is where we left off. Yep. This is where we had to get off the boat. Hey guys, Bruce on the loose here in the Staten Island ferry, and we are just watching and waiting for the boat to allow us to reboard. They had to exit everybody off the boat, and then they'll put us back on once they clean house, and then we'll be allowed back on board. And we'll cross one more time to get over to the other side where we'll be back in New York City. Say hi, PJ.
Oh, sorry.
Caught her in the
We're
middle
just hanging out having some cashews. See you later. Okay guys, so we're getting back on the ferry now. If you can see behind me, that's the boat. We're gonna get on in, spin it around, and we're going back on to go back over to New York City. So we're heading back over to the Brooklyn side of town, Soho side of town. Hey, that's cool. Look at that. The guy's got a one-wheel motorcycle. That's cool. So that's the separation. That's the boat we just stepped onto. There's the water, folks. You can see the water. All right, we're going in. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce on the loose, and we'll catch you on the flip side, everybody. All right. So that was our Staten Island ferry jaunt. That was earlier on Thursday, after we had already heard about Hulk Hogan. Stowstube, what's up? Thank you for the can, brother. Good evening to you. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, so that was the Staten Island ferry, and as we got off on the New York side, we wound up near Battery Park. Don't pay the ferryman. Yes, Syllabor. It is free, but if you don't already know this, you're not supposed to pay for the Staten Island ferry. It is free. And there was actually a group of people that were charging as much as $200 to tourists that had no idea that they weren't supposed to pay for the ferry. So no, you're not supposed to pay the ferryman, but people were actually charging people to cross the Staten Island ferry.
I can see that.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know, they wore like really nice outfit. They looked like they were from the Staten Island ferry. They looked pretty official, and they had fake tickets, and they were giving out tickets as you paid your $200 to get on the ferry. So
there's a sucker born every day. Isn't that like New York's slogan? That's
it. Very true. So what's the next set of videos you have there, Kaz?
Well, is that this is I still have a little bit more of the ferry here. If you see what I'm
that's the police boat. Yeah, that's the police boat right there. If you want to just let that run, that was extra, but that was the boat, the police boat following alongside of us. It was nope, you're right. Good call.
Too obnoxious. So the wind isn't too obnoxious.
The wind was ridiculously obnoxious both ways. But actually going back was not as bad as going to Staten Island. But that was the boat, and it was literally following us, parallel to us the whole time. I had a group of young kids from Ecuador, El Salvador, Chile. They were students, and they were here on the boat,
and they were taking pictures with themselves and with the New York police boat in the background. It was funny as hell. But I don't believe they were illegal aliens. I believe they were actually exchange students, and they were just touring the city before they headed back home. So they didn't need to self-deport. They were there on real visa. Continue on. You can skip through the rest of this. There really isn't anything of major importance on that. I want people to see uh, the Francis Tavern, which was really cool. But go ahead, finish
All right,
finish
let
out on this.
me. Well, that no wait. You said skip through that, so I did.
Yeah, there's no. It's just more of the same BS, and it's the ferry, and it was nice and it was fun, but there's more interesting stuff to be seen tonight. So I want to make sure we get to it, even though I know we're only uh, a third of the way through the show.
Indeed. Well, I believe that the next video is you at Battery Park. Isn't that what you said you were looking for next?
Yes, yes, sir. The Battery
That's the
Park.
next one I have. I did make
Go
some
for it.
notes, so all right. So here we go, Bruce at Battery Park.
Hey guys, so we got Bruce on the loose here at the Battery Park Beer Garden. The Battery Park Beer Garden, where I just got myself a Guinness. So cheers, everyone. Enjoy your beer. We just got back off Staten Island Ferry, and now we're walking around, and there's the beer garden, and I'm being requested to pass the other map. She's busting my chops to bring her the other map.
I just had to pause that for a second to mention Eccentric. Welcome to the stream, Eccentric. Good to see you. A friend of Christie's and the Creative Chaos, Flip City. And he said why they got the boat, Bruce. So
There you go. They did recognize me as the real Batman. Yes, sir. They wanted to make sure I was safely getting across the sound.
She wants to see the Ghostbusters. We're in the area where and we passed the station that looked like it, so we're going to look it up on the map to see if it was in fact where we saw it. So she's looking. But we have our railroad maps. We got our New York City map that we got from the hotel. Soho 54, really cool place. You guys would enjoy it. Small rooms, but a nice big bed, so it will be comfortable tonight, especially after the concert. I'm going to be exhausted. And we're going to have some fun. So we're out and about, and there it is. There's Battery Park sign right behind me. There we go, Battery Park.
I couldn't get my placement on that on the camera.
Got it. I got it. Okay. All right, guys. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce on the loose, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I didn't take any pictures inside of that area. My friend Pam got quite a few good shots, but she hadn't sent them to me yet. So there was a really cool entranceway, which was like one of those trellises, the metal trellises, but there were no plants attached to it. They should have gotten like those bugle plants that just like vine up and grow around it, but they had a giant beer barrel at the top of the trellis, and it said on it Battery Beer Garden. So Battery Park Beer Garden. So you knew where you were entering, and that's how we knew where we were. But I didn't get a picture of the damn sign. I was too occupied with getting video on it. But yeah, so that was fun.
I think you got two more from that general vicinity, one from South Street Seaport and another one from Battery Park.
Yeah, would you please? That's cool. Go ahead and do that.
All right, so here comes the one from South Street. I've been there.
So we're here at South Street Seaport, and there is a merry-go-round, a aquatic merry-go-round called Sea Glass.
That's actually a misquote. I apologize. That's my bad. We're not at the South Street Seaport. We are actually by the Twin Tower Memorials. This was around the corner from that. So I apologize. I misquoted myself in that. But please continue with the video because this was way cool. Thank you for the cookie, Stove.
Three
You gave
God
cookies.
us
bless you.
3 cookies and 3 cans, so thank you
3
for
cans.
yeah,
Thank you.
happy for
One
that. Yeah.
cookie for each of us, one can for each of us. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
brother. I don't know if you can see the verbiage, but it says sea glass. And it's a glass merry-go-round. That's absolutely amazing. Come, let's go inside. That's really cool. We can sit here. I'm looking for a seahorse. I don't see one. Oh, that's for wheelchairs. That's why.
It took me a minute to realize those were fish.
They're individual. You can't do more than one person per.
That's okay. I'm good. I don't need to.
I don't see any seahorses.
No.
That's a shame.
No, but you're getting you're getting it. That's all that
That's so cool. So each one of those merry-go-round pieces were actually shaped like fish or water of some kind. Love it. Thank you, brother. I got to go back and grab that. Thank you, Satire for Retards. Love that. Bruce on the loose.
Wow.
Thank you, good sir. That's awesome. Just grabbed that and added it to my sticker collection. Thank you, sir. Very cool. All right, but back to what I was saying is each one of those is blown glass, and they made them into a giant like merry-go-round, and you could only sit one person per fish. And then they had a wheelchair one, which I didn't realize until after the fact. But they didn't have any benches where you could just like sit down with your friend or your partner and take the ride around. So very cool. It's coming very soon. Yes, P. Dan. I'm sure that's part of it in some form or fashion.
It
Matrix
made
is on
sense
its
when I
way.
saw it. That's why I had to pull that one up. It made sense when I saw it.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. All right. So we left from there and we continued on into the memorial section for the
There
Twin
is
Towers.
one more Battery Park, or is that the
That's
one I'm
still
going
Battery.
to?
That's still part of Battery Park, exactly. But it
Okay,
leads
that
into
would be the one
go ahead
then.
and play because we exit there and head on over to the towers.
All right.
So guys, we're still in Battery Park here, walking around. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful day. We just came from inside Sea Glass that you guys just saw. It's really cool. Just an amazing day out here in Battery Park in New York City. And across the way is, oh look, hey Matrix Codebreaker, Amazon. I don't know if you can see it. Whoop. The garbage truck's blocking my view. Damn it. All right, when that garbage truck moves away, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Now I'm curious.
Out when I saw this, but there we go. Bye-bye, truck. So moving back, hey look, it's the White Rabbit. It's the White Rabbit here in New York City. I don't know if it's the White Rabbit, but it is a White Rabbit. Guys, the 3BeerMen, this is Bruce, and I'm on the loose here in Battery Park,
New York City. Later, everybody.
Adios. Peace out.
I love how she got in there at the last minute. uh, Very cool. So Pam and I are newly acquainted friends. We just bumped into each other literally like 4 weeks ago, and we both went to go see the same band, and we have so much in common that we enjoy hanging out with each other. And so we've started keeping up with each other and going to different events together, and we're having a great time. We really are. So I enjoy her company. So we're going to continue on. In the meanwhile, back to the show. We have a lot more going on here tonight. We did in fact see something that we were hoping to see. Pam looked it up on the map, and we did in fact find it. And there are some photos too that would go along with that to complement it. But I think that's the next set of videos, Cosmac. I'm not sure. Refresh my memory, please.
Videos or pictures? The next set of videos I have is the tavern.
Okay, so it was after the tavern that we stumbled upon what we talked about, or what I mentioned earlier. I don't know who caught it, who didn't catch it, but let's go to the videotape, good sir. Roll the videotape.
Oh, all right.
Okay, guys, so we're heading off to France's Taverns, which is apparently where George Washington met his spies and connoitered in order to plan the capture of the enemy and to free America, basically, 250 years ago.
His farewell address and a thank you to his troops.
Say that again?
It was his farewell address and a thank you to his troops.
So, and then they've turned this into a museum now, Pam?
Well, it is a museum upstairs, but it's also a restaurant.
It's a restaurant and a museum, so we're going to see if we can get inside to the museum. It's the oldest museum? Amen. See that? People love my shirt. It says Gulf of America, and people are loving it. Okay, so here we go. So this is France's Tavern. Can you read it to me, please? Because I can't really see it while I'm holding the camera.
Washington's Farewell Officers, December 1783. Centennial celebration of Washington's farewell in 1883. Sons of the Revolution reorganized here, December 4th, 1883. The building was purchased and restored by the Sons of the Revolution. Memorial to Frederick Talmadge, 905. Ceremony.
December 4th, 1907. Wow.
So Benjamin Talmadge was Washington's main spy after Nathan Hale was hung. And he recruited only family and friends, so nobody really knew about the spy ring until the 30s, when I think it was Pennybacker discovered the signatures were matching to the owner of Raynham Hall, Robert Townsend Jr.
Not Peter Townsend from The Who.
No.
But Robert Townsend, the historic event.
Right.
Robert Townsend, the historic.
So this is all centered around where I live in Setauket. I live in Stony Brook. I'm the next town over.
Tell us about Stony Brook, the next town over from Setauket.
So I found out about the spies because I was researching William Sidney Mount, who was a big painter and inventor and musician that lived in Setauket. And my son's school was named after him. And we did a spirits tour of the Stony Brook area. And it mentioned that his birthday his 200th birthday was coming up, so I did a lot of research on it. He was extremely patriotic. His family was involved in the spy ring, but as a lower echelons, if you will. But the main ones were Benjamin Talmadge was the recruiter. Then you had Caleb Brewster, who was the whaleboat captain that would dig up the information from the from the from the Woodhull farm, alerted by the Smith Strong group by hanging their clothes on the clothesline in certain orders, to let Caleb Brewster know it was safe to come in and how many redcoats were in the area. So he would dig up the information on the Woodhull farm, and then sail it across to Connecticut for George Washington. And the spy ring also saved his life with Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
He was Washington was alerted by the Washington spies.
Not George Burns, Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr, not George Burns.
And he's from Northport. Well, his
Hold on, I got to take this. Oh, sorry, guys, I got to take this call. Time out. Okay, guys. Bruce is back.
Aaron Burr was the one that shot Hamilton, by the way. He was the governor of, North Carolina at the time?
Right.
And
Good.
vice president.
Yes, you have your history there. Very good. So what happened was I was unaware that there was such historical significance here in New York City that extended to Long Island about George Washington. And my friend Pam, PJ, happens to be somewhat of a historian, and she comes from a very well-bred stock off of the boats when the Pilgrims came to the United States, and they took over from the American Indians. But she's got a whole history going on there, and she really did a lot of research on this, being very into the, I guess, reading and such about the history of George Washington, that there was a spy ring on Long Island that was made up of the Culpers, Smith Strong, Talmadge, Nathan Hale. Okay, Nathan Hale was one of the original spies. He got caught and hung because he was captured as a spy by Rogers Rangers, who were partial to the king. They were loyalists to King George III. So this was a big history lesson for me.
There's a lot of Marine, like the U.S. Marine history, where they had to kill a redcoat and turn their uniform inside out to get their uniform. And that's why the Marines wear the blue with the red stripes, actually. And I think it was at the same tavern that they recruited all these mercenaries and made them, that became basically the United States Marines. So I'm not positive.
Spooky Fever, absolutely. Very much. New York is very steeped in the Revolutionary War history, extremely. And next week's show will be a continuation from the Francis Tavern that that the rest of what we're showing tonight. But next week, Pam took me out to Eastern Long Island yesterday, and we did a full tour of the three Village Historical Society Museum, which talks specifically about the spy ring George Washington had created. And we'll get into that next week. But let's carry on with the rest of this, because we go into Francis Tavern. And unfortunately, we couldn't get up into the museum because it was already past the 5 o'clock hour. So we were there for happy hour at least. But we missed the 5 o'clock curfew on the museum. So we have that from earlier, 2 days ago, actually. That was Friday. So we're on Sunday already. Oh my God, my days are just rolling into each other. But we have more coming at you next week regarding, if you like Francis Tavern, if you like history with George Washington, there's a whole bunch of that coming next Sunday. So check in, same beer time, same beer channel here on the Foxhole, Rumble, D-Live, wherever, for that. Hey, Woody M., good to see you out there, brother. Yes, and hail Nathan Hale. Very cool. All right, but let's continue with tonight's show. We've still got quite a bit going on. So let her rip,
what I'm thinking here, Bruce, we actually just hit the midway point of the show, and I received a message from Zoso Dude that he will be starting very promptly tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock avocado time, because the movie he is running tonight, which rumor has it is the movie Cocoon, runs exactly 2 hours, and he doesn't want to run into the next time slot, which would be Val Kimber's. So we want to be very prompt as far as winding up tonight. And for that reason, if we are going to run an intermission, now would be the time to run it.
That's actually a good point because I do have to take a gaping Zard. So, Cosmac, roll that middle, roll the intro for the commercial.
All right, here is intermission. We will be back in a few.
Now, it used to be, I ran to get where I was going. I never thought it would take me anywhere.
Why don't you get the fuck out of here?
The Addams Family, their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. The Addams Family.
Strike a pose.
We can go on together with suspicious minds. And we can build our dreams with suspicious minds. Why can't you see, oh, what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I'm saying, don't you know now?
This is nothing less than a call to arms to restore the vitality of the American dream. When I was a boy, we had a name for the belief that we should all pull together to build a better, stronger nation. We called it patriotism, and we still do. Good night, and God bless America.
Please come out. Please.
Yeah, me too. Hey, butthead. It won't come out.
Maybe you should try using manners.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Please come out of my butt.
Never gonna survive. And turn around. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Left foot on
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2.
The stormy cloud skies before for the place. The rain I have
That was
we are
pretty,
back.
that was pretty good. That was really cool. I didn't see that before. So is that something that Ozzy put together, or?
It's a series of previously unreleased Ozfest spoofs that
Okay.
I managed to find. So
That's great. That's fun. That was good.
all right. Well, I believe we left off at the tavern, at the Francis Tavern, although we can go anywhere you'd like to take us,
Well,
Bruce.
continue
It's
on with
your...
Francis Tavern because I actually do a tour through the actual downstairs bar, so you see where and they kept the rooms pretty much the same. They updated it recently, but they tried to keep it as authentic as possible. So we'll continue to venture on through here. Go ahead.
All right, let me do that.
Back on the loose here, and we're at Francis Taverns, and we are looking at the front door entranceway. It's really cool and very ornate. It looks authentic, but I'm sure it's been reconstructed. But you've got all this going on inside here. There's a master dining room, I guess you could call this, right here in the front entranceway. And they set up for families and parties and things, I guess. It was the main dining hall. There's the whiskey bar right there. And then we come this way. And we go through a hallway to get to the place. Hey, that's me. Bathrooms to our left. Stairwell below. Another bar over here to the right. More tables and just crazy seating over here. They've got a wall of wine and great fixtures and chandeliers that are amazing, antique. Really cool. There's a cheese platter counter over here, I guess, as part of their tapas menu and whatever else they've got going on. There's the Porterhouse Brew Pub this way, so you can go into the actual bar down here. But then we come over here to the Independence Pub, and this is the Independence Bar. This is where George Washington sat to have his beers and his conferences and connoiter with his homie boys. Him and his homies. In the meanwhile, I'm Bruce and the Loose in New York City, and we'll catch you on the flip side, guys. Peace out from Batman.
And I would remind everyone that George Washington did brew his own beer.
And yet he still liked to partake at the tavern as well.
So
it was more of an office space for him.
It's entirely possible he was drinking his own beer at the tavern. Yes, they were pulling kegs of his own beer.
Isn't there a tavern that does that recipe over in New York somewhere? I thought I've heard that before.
It may very well be this one tavern. We don't know. They didn't really promote it as that aspect of it, but it was definitely a historic monument. And the offices upstairs, the rooms upstairs, were pretty much where George Washington had his meetings, and there was a separate area that had a desk and they still have some of his original paperwork up there. It's amazing. I mean, it's not really guarded well, but it's blocked off by I guess you could say wrought iron fencing, low. It's only about 3 feet high, but you could look in and look over, but you couldn't get to the area itself. They usually had a docent or somebody up there, and next week we'll go into that even more because we did a lot of coverage of it. But please continue.
Well, interestingly, just to wrap up the George Washington story, it is true that George Washington actually inscribed a recipe called "to make small beer." Now, if you remember, we covered this on a show a few weeks ago, small beers versus big beers and what small beers would have been in the Revolutionary days. But George Washington actually wrote a recipe to make small beer in the notebook that he carried with him in the Virginia militia before he was a general. So he was into his beer from the beginning.
Very cool. I did not know that.
All right, well, here's a few more minutes.
Okay, guys, so we're inside Francis Taverns, and apparently this bar behind me over here is known as Independence Bar, and apparently this is where, maybe not this specific countertop, but this is the bar, Independence Bar, where George Washington had a drink. And we're going to turn it around for a second here, so give me 1 minute. This is known as Independence Bar. And we came through a dark corridor hallway, which was one step down, and one step down and then one step up. And we are now inside the tavern at Independence Bar. This is their Independence Bar. It's where George Washington connoitered with his spies and his troops. And there's all kinds of stuff all over the walls. Some really cool glass showcases with all kinds of neat aged bourbons and whiskeys. Thank you. And we're trying to get a hold of a waiter. That's the porterhouse over there. Okay, we have to order from the bar in order to get happy hour. All right, you sit here, I'll go order.
A good end on that.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. So we got happy hour. We got some oysters the first time out. We did go back the following day, and there's a whole bunch of footage that we got, which you guys will check out next week. If you are a big fan of George Washington, there's a lot of historical stuff we cover. So Eccentric, catch us next Sunday as well. We will continue with Francis Tavern because we do the museum upstairs, and then you will see out on Long Island the Museum of the Spy Ring from Three Villages Historic Society. But I digress. There are some photos. I don't remember if there were photos from from there. Those I'll send to you next week, I guess. Yeah, nope. Yeah, there actually is. There's a couple of them there. Just of the happy hour bulletin board and us sitting at the sidebar, and then a picture of the bar and the Dingle whiskey bar. If you want to grab those few, there you go. Starting with that one, exactly. So this, you scan that QR code, and it brings up the menus. They have a happy hour menu and a regular menu, and the list of the beers that they carry for that week. So that QR code is custom tailored for that, just for the Independence Bar. And if you go to the Dingle Bar, which is, I think, the next slide.
I thought I did that. There we go.
There we go. So the Dingle Bar is a separate bar that we passed when we first came in the entranceway before the hostess's desk. So that's the Dingle Bar. On the back side of it, you can literally walk through the Dingle Bar to the Independence Bar, but it's at the front half of the entranceway when you first come in. And they have their own little menu that you can QR code in. Talk about technology. They didn't have cell phones back in the day, so here you go. Pretty interesting that everything
to
now
me
fits
is
on
just
a QR code.
so out of place. I always had this problem at Penn Brewery too, which is in a 150-year-old building.
Right.
Having a QR code surrounded by an ornate 1800s frame. There's just something very disjointed about that, very jarring to the senses about having a QR code, like antique.
I did find it ironic, Cosmac. Yeah, it was. As a matter of fact, we did abscond with two of them, so we have souvenirs from Independence Bar. But please continue on with the photos. I think there's another one there. That's actually a picture of the bar. The rafters above our heads were repurposed wood from the original bar itself, which is really freaking cool. That they kept as much authenticity to the look of the bar as the original place from the 17, 18, and 1900s. Really, really cool. Next. There we are, just hanging out. We had the people at the table behind us take a picture of us while we had the bar in the background.
Next, I think that was, yeah. So this was outside explaining what, the happy hour is. And of course, it's on a yellowish type of paper, black and white print to kind of represent the era and the time period. And then, of course, all of that, and then the damn QR code at the very bottom.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
QR code. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you could draw a QR code with a quill pen.
No, sir, I don't think you can.
I would like to take up that challenge, though. To
Go for it, Norm. Launch a videotape.
I wonder if this was done on hemp paper like originally. Yeah.
I honestly don't know. All I do know is that it
No,
was,
just kidding.
that yellowed paper just to give it that flavor and feel. But yeah.
Originally, they would do a lot of it on hemp parchment.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. I think, was that the last one, Cosmac? On the photos?
That is the last one out of that. The next one leads us into the next video, which I think I should play the video before I pull up any pictures because the pictures would give away
Yes.
the
Yeah.
video.
Please roll the next the next video segment. Guys, you want to watch this. This is fun. This is pop culture at its finest. Go for it, Cosmac. Roll the video. All right, guys, so here's the deal. We are literally staying in a hotel right around the corner from one of the most monumental, iconic buildings, one of the most insane recognized fire departments in the history of New York City. And I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see. It is Ladder 8, the Ghostbuster house, the Ghostbuster firehouse. How freaking cool is that? Ladder 8. We are here in front of the Ghostbusters place. Very cool, right? So now we got to find our hotel. So I think we're going the right direction. I think we need to go further north. So it's saying we can walk, so we're going to just keep walking here. And I'm going to videotape it in front of it, but how cool is this, guys? Okay. So these are the photos that I was able to grab while we were there, and it's really cool. We didn't get to talk to any of the firemen in or around it. I did want to go inside to see if I could get a hold of the patches, because the firemen's patches for that firehouse have the Ghostbusters logo on it, or they did originally. I don't know if they still do.
So
but there are pictures of it outside the front of the firehouse. Go ahead, Norm.
Okay, that was a question I had. So that's actually still a functioning firehouse.
Yes, it still is.
Okay. That was,
yes, Steve Spuds, it is still a working firehouse.
Yeah. So that's
yes, it is. As a matter of fact, cool. we saw the Ladder 8 fire truck the next day going past the hotel, so we know it was from that area. I didn't have my phone out quick enough to be able to grab a shot of it, but yes. Go ahead and let's see what other photos I took from there. There's some street photos that are really cool.
Okay, here we go.
Different angles of the building.
There we go.
So that's from across the street, or no, in front of it actually. And as you can see on the ground, they actually painted the fireman's patch on the ground, and you'll get other close-ups of that in a moment. But go to the next photo, please. You see it from the other angle, and one more. There you go. Nice and close up from that corner angle. And then the next photo should be the patch painted on the sidewalk. There you go. So that's the fire engine company, Ladder 8, painted on the front cement sidewalk of the firehouse. And then there's the another patch. If you go to the next one, I think I photographed that one as well. Walked across because that's before the doorway, and there's the second one after the doorway that shows
with the Stay Puffed
Marshmallow Man. Yes, so that was really cool. It was nice because we were looking for it,
and we just stumbled upon it on our way back to the hotel from Battery Park, which was really cool. And I think there's one more photo after that, just a ground up shot showing you the full frontal of the facade of the firehouse, which was really cool.
Yep, that's it. We circled around.
Yeah, that's fine. So I think the next set of videos takes us right into the concert, which was the main reason we were there that night, was that we went to go see Riley Green. My friend Pam won tickets on the radio station WOLF, the Wolf FM, which is 103.1 on Long Island, and it's the country rock station out here. And she had won tickets, and we had met just literally that week prior, and she asked me to go with her, and we decided to make a go of it, and that's why we were able to spend this entire weekend together on this historic jaunt, taking in the history as well as the culture of the finest city in the world, New York City. Sorry, Norm, I can't think of any other place better than New York City.
Well,
But I digress.
yeah.
Go ahead, roll the footage, Cosmac.
All right, let me see what we're at here. We are at 25 to 28. All right, here we go.
So we're here at Pier 17, and we got a bunch of jet skiers out in the water, overlooking the, that's the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge, back to back. Look at how much closer we are over here on this side. This is wild. And there's the pier. We're all the way up top, so here we go. We're going in, folks. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce on the Loose, and we're here at the Pier 17, the South Street Seaport. We're going in to see the concert. Hey guys, Bruce Q. Wayne here. I don't know if you guys are able to hear me, but we are here inside Pier 17, and we just missed Ella Langley. She just went off. We just missed her, but we're going to be here for Riley Green, and we're in the ADA section, and these seats couldn't be any fucking better if we bought front row. We're right here, guys. That's the stage right there. Hold on 1 second.
Presented by 1031 The Wolf.
Oh.
Thank you. Long Island in the house. Yes. My name is Kelly Ford. I do afternoons on The Wolf. You are so lucky. You don't even have to be in Long Island to enjoy New York's country. And I have a special treat for you tonight. You're like, what is she holding? Am I right? Transformer or a motorcycle part signed by Riley Green. So yeah, on 1031 The Wolf, we are giving away the Riley Green machine. And you have to listen to qualify to win the Riley Green machine, worth $13,000, I know. I cannot guarantee you will ride off with Riley Green in the sunset, but I can guarantee you will feel the rumble of his engine. You know what I'm saying. She gets me. Call in and win, and there are 3 chances a day starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow. All right, that's enough of me. And Riley's coming up in a minute. Before I leave you, I do want to get you guys to howl like a wolf. Can we do that together? Oh yeah. We're gonna hold our drinks up for Riley. On the count of 3, we're gonna howl. 1, 2, 3. Now drink. Thanks so much. Have a great time tonight. Riley's coming out in a minute.
I'm just totally nostalgic that there are still radio stations that give away tickets.
Yeah, Zoso Dude comes from that era, and there we are. I mean,
I called in on many an AM radio station at 10 o'clock at night on a Friday trying to win tickets to something that was at the Jaffa Mosque or,
Oh yeah.
coming to the Star Lake Amphitheater in Pittsburgh.
I remember doing it before there was like automatic redialing. You had to like dial in.
I actually, in 1978, I built a rotary automatic redialer.
Yeah.
I built one.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So did it just do the signal notes or did the tones or did it do the
No,
entire
it did the rotary. It was for a rotary phone, so it did the clicks.
Was it was it a robot hand that did it, or was it?
No, it was an actual relay that did it, controlled by a motor with a cam. So it actually did. It was electromechanical in nature because there were computers at that time. The idea of using a processor to do something like that at that time would have been insane. This was 1978. You couldn't. Well, the only personal computers you could buy were, Apple and TRS-80, and they were thousands of dollars each. So to build something like that was,
Yeah,
was Radio Shack even available back then?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Radio Shack was Tandy, and yeah,
Tandy,
the TLS-80 was that a Radio Shack product or?
TRS-80 was Radio Shack's first computer released in 1977. Before that, when you went to Radio Shack, you actually shopped for radio parts.
Yeah.
After 1977, you went there for computers, and after about 1983 or 4, you went there for phones. And that was...
Yeah.
Came out like a cell phone.
Now you go to Best Buy for phones.
No, Verizon has its own store.
Back then, it was brick phones. You went to Radio Shack to get your brick phone or your bag phone. Or Radio Shack back then, the Radio Shack in my town, of the 3 Radio Shacks, 2 were in the mall, 1 was standalone. The standalone one had a pull-in garage where they would do installations of your car phone for you.
No shit. My dad had that done on the old Lincoln Continental we had.
Yeah.
He had the phone installed in the trunk. The actual components was installed in the trunk, but the phone was like an old bat phone.
A suitcase. Yeah.
It looked just like this, and it sat on the console between the seats, and you picked it up when the phone rang or when you needed to dial out. So exactly like this. And this is nothing more than a Bluetooth device now. This is just a cradle to hold it. And this is the Bluetooth device.
Yeah, they make all kinds of cool Bluetooth receivers. I have several that are in the shape of Star Trek communicators that are Bluetooth. That are really cool.
Now I have to look up.
I want to find one as the bat communicator.
Yeah, the bat communicator.
The yellow antennas coming out of the ears. I want to find one of those. That'll be cool. I don't know if they're made yet. Somebody, I'm sure.
Well, if they're not,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure there's licensing issues, but we can make one.
I'm pretty sure there's everything
you saw, like on your hands.
The Get Smart Phone shoe phone. I'm pretty sure they even have those around if you look hard enough on the internet. So, yeah.
Possibly.
All right. Well, I think the last little bit of this was just actually music. Never heard of it myself, but
that's his duck call, and I muted the rest of this because they started playing music, and I didn't want us to get any strikes on Madness's YouTube channel, so I muted this, but this is a scan of the audience, and you can see everybody getting into the music
Riley Green is a fairly new musical artist in the country music industry. He only has, I think, 3 albums out right now, which is maybe the course of the last 3 to 4 years. And he's come quite a long way. He hit the pop charts with a song called The Wrong Way. Okay, so that was a quick segment of it. You let that finish playing out, Cosmac.
That it did. That
Oh,
that
that was the
was
okay.
that was all
That was the
you.
close.
That
That
was
was the
all you
closer.
said. Yeah.
Yeah. So he created a song called "The Wrong Way," and it talks about how the worst way. I'm sorry, the worst way, and it talks about how he can't wait to make love to his girlfriend in the worst possible way. He comes home from work and he just like the video is him ravaging her as soon as he walks through the door, and that's the song. So that made him really popular over the last 3 to 6 months. And then Ella Langley was one of the musical stars before him, and the 2 others, Vincent Mason and Wyatt McGowan. Or I don't know. We didn't get to hear them because we came late. We literally got there just before Riley Green went on. What are the photos we got there, Kaz? See what else we got. Yeah, so there's a bunch of pictures for those of you out there that know who Riley Green is, that like him. So I grabbed a couple more stills. I have to send these to PJ. She is waiting with bated breath to get these pictures from me because she drools over him like you. There she is. She's all drooling over him like you have no idea. She's just been enamored with this guy for the last 3 years, and was happy to be able to get those tickets from the radio station. Keep on rolling. There's a couple of more where he changes his hat and he turns the hat around. And then he does a duet with Ella Langley called You Look Like You Love Me is the name of the song. And I think it is originally based off of Sandra Bullock's movie, Miss Congeniality. I think this is where they were singing it. But it's You Look Like You Love Me. If you guys remember that from Miss Congeniality, the movie, where she's talking about her captain in charge of the police force that she was under, that she was undercover with at the time as one of the contestants. So this was the song they were singing. Next.
That's all we got.
Okay, cool. And I think there's more video footage of. Trying to remember what else we covered here.
I believe the next video would be after the concert. So there is another video. Let me just play that one and you can comment on it.
Yeah, please. Hey guys, so that was the concert. It was amazing. And we are currently on Fulton Street, where there are bars literally in the middle of the street. We're just sitting here with the bar behind us. And we're literally walking down a cobblestone path. So this is a cobblestone walkway street. This is the bar in the middle of it. And we're gonna go turn right onto Fulton Street. Grab for a drink. And that was our Google Maps telling us which way is the hotel. All right, guys. The 3BeerMen, I'm still Bruce on the loose in New York City, and we're having a blast. Ciao.
Oh, I think I must have spliced 2 together there.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the famous. Actually, I think I turned the camera back around. That's the famous photographer doing pictures of all the pit bulls with the flowers. I forgot her name. I want to say Sophie something or other. But we did get some video footage and more pictures of that, but I didn't put them up for the show today because I didn't think they were majorly important, and I just kind of rolled through with the other stuff that we were dealing with in the show. So please carry on.
just amused by the pictures.
Yeah. So that we did more footage of that. I did take more video footage. I did focus in on the front door, which gave the name of the artist and what her organization was, and that she is a non-for-profit, and that all the money that she raises from selling her photographs goes towards rescuing pit bulls. So really cool organization. Maybe we'll go back to that another day because I do have all that footage as well. But the next set of videos, I think you guys will find amusing because it's the next morning, the day after the concert, and we were really hungover. And I'll let the videos speak for themselves. Go ahead, Cosmac. Roll the next set. Hey guys, Bruce is still on the loose in New York City, and it's the morning after. And we are now down in the hotel, I guess, cafeteria, if you will. They've got a bunch of seating and tables, and they don't have breakfast, but across the street, where we got these delicious, gooey New York City egg sandwiches, the kind that are over easy, just over easy enough. Hold on, show me again. That the egg does not run past the bread. The gooey egg sandwiches, the best. New York City, over easy, pastrami egg, onions, grilled onions, and avocado to top it off on a Kaiser bun. Delicioso. All right, guys. I'm Bruce on the loose, and I'm about to have some breakfast, so I'll catch you on the flip side. Ciao, everybody. So, guys, the first half of that sandwich was so delicious that I had to show you how good it really is. This is just an amazing sandwich. Got avocado, pastrami, avocado, grilled onions, jack cheese. I forgot to mention it had pepper jack cheese and corned beef, pastrami on the bottom. 3 fairly thin slices of pastrami. I mean, they could have been a little bit more generous with the meat, but guys, if you're in Soho and you want a fucking egg sandwich that's really good, my favorite hangover cure is a greasy ham, egg and cheese, pastrami, egg and cheese, egg sandwich. And what better place to have it than right here in downtown Soho, New York City, Varick's Marketplace. Go see my buddy Ali over there. He'll hook you up. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce eating my breakfast. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, it's Bruce on the loose for 3BeerMen, and we're here at the Soho 54. We're about to check out. We're about to head down into town. We're going back towards the Staten Island Ferry. But I first wanted to introduce our front desk agent,
Virgilio.
Virgilio, thank you very much for assisting us this past week, well, today and yesterday.
My pleasure.
It was great. We got down here, and you guys are a bare bones style hotel down in Soho.
Appreciate that.
Very hip and very fashionable. And we enjoyed it, and we needed a refrigerator, so we requested one from you, and you guys were able to hook us up, which was really nice because we went to Trader Joe's and picked up some stuff,
Right.
so that we could at least snack and nosh before we go right into the concert tonight.
Okay.
And so, Guillermo, thank you very much. This has been an absolute pleasure, guys. If you guys are down in Soho and you need a place to stay, Soho 54. Soho 54, guys. This has been the place. It's down on Watts Street. It's 54 Watts Street down in Soho. You're right near the Staten Island Ferry, so you can do the tour and the circuit around here. You just take the one subway train all the way down downtown, is that correct? Subway downtown. And then we'll get over there and check out the Francis Museum again, because we didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. We were at the pub, but we didn't get to go to the museum. So we're going to try and do the museum today, and we'll head out and about town and hopefully catch some more museums because today's supposed to be a little bit hotter than yesterday before it rains. So we'll see what happens. Say goodbye to everybody, Guillermo. He's working. Peace out. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We had a good time there. It was well worth it. It just was a really down to earth kind of place. When we first got there, it was, hey, what's up, Texan? How you doing, brother? Good to see you out there. And yeah, we had a good time in New York City. So we had a lot of fun. And it's funny because I had a conversation with the Texan last week about the concert when I knew that I was going to be going with Pam to the city, and he doesn't look to Riley Green as a real country music star. He's canned country music, as he calls it. He's the pop country music crap, and so the Texans all over that. But if you ever want to have real good country music, catch our boy the Texan and his radio show on right here, the Foxhole.app. You can go back and check out some of his earlier shows where he plays some great old school country rock, and you will enjoy his show.
There is country, and then there is country and western. So
yes,
Or,
this is true.
like they said in the Blues Brothers, we
yeah,
have both kinds of music, country and western.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, good sir. Yes, indeed.
Oop,
So
where'd my
that is the egg sandwich that Pam ate. It was absolutely amazing. Um, they just, you got to have a greasy egg sandwich after a long night of drinking. Something about the grease helps cut the acidity of the beer. I don't know what the chemistry of it is. Maybe you can help me answer that, Cosmac Norm. I don't know.
I have never understood or figured out the chemistry of hangovers either, but I do know that an egg McMuffin is damn good after, the morning after.
Yeah,
And there's a
right?
reason why we always went to, stopped at IHOP at 2 in the morning after, after the bar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, here it's like greasy street tacos or so it's something there. I think there is something about the grease, but I know a hangover has to do with the dehydration, a lot of it. So just get hydrated and greasy food. That seems to help.
I don't know. All I do know is that it was a great time had by all. We had a really good time. And then we did some touring after our breakfast. As you saw, we left the hotel shortly thereafter and we went down to the World Trade Center area because we were right around the corner. That's mine with the grilled onions, the avocado, and the pepper jack cheese. Pam's was a little bit more simplistic than mine, but
Yours
there's
sounds
the
a little
freedom
bit
tower.
California. The pepper jack and the avocado. That's like a California thing, I think.
I just prefer avocado than tomatoes on anything that I eat. Avocado is much healthier than tomatoes. Tomatoes affect my joints. Something about the acidity in the tomatoes just doesn't do it for me. So I've gone more avocado whenever there's a
It,
chance, as opposed to a tomato.
it's the texture of the tomato too. Is kind of it's different than the avocado.
It
A lot more
depends. It
creamy.
depends because
Yeah.
if you get a really good beefsteak tomato, a really good beefsteak tomato is a hearty, robust tomato.
Oh
You
yeah.
have a little bit of the seeds, but it's a very hearty fruit style vegetable or vegetable that is actually a fruit. But I digress.
It's yeah. There's a reason for that. I'll tell you. We'll go. We don't go into that right now. But
It's a nightshade. Yes, Val. It is indeed. I think avocado is also a nightshade, is it not, Cosmac?
yeah, they have. Well,
That-
they're
I
both
believe avocado's a nightshade too. And you
technically
can't give it to your dog.
vegetables. They have seeds, so they're technically vegetable. But under the
Now,
under the
nightshades,
law,
tomatoes, potatoes,
yeah,
eggplants, and peppers. Avocado is not in that family.
no. But
Ah, okay. I
out
learned
of
something new tonight. I
they're
always thought it
all
was.
they're all fruits because they have seeds. Where a fruit is a product of the plant. A vegetable is the plant itself, like a stem, a leaf, or a root. But legally, due to tariffs, they actually categorize them as vegetables because the tariffs are cheaper on vegetables.
Right.
Okay.
Basically,
Look at that.
Indeed.
You learn something new
Yeah,
every
we do.
day. So keep going. Do we have other photos before we get into the
We
video?
not only have other photos, we still have one more video on this topic as well. So whenever you want me to switch to that, I can do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what other. Okay, so it's more of Freedom Tower. I did take a couple of really good shots of the Freedom Tower while we were there, which was really nice. It was just really cool to be there. It was an interesting and very dynamic day for us, and it did get a little warm for us, but we made the best of the hotter weather before it rained. But let's go on to the videotape. We got 15 minutes, or not even 15 minutes left. We got about 12 minutes left, and the videotape isn't that long, and then we can just
No,
digress.
and as I said earlier, we will be wrapping up right on time tonight, which is why I had originally planned on running tonight's show out with a premiere of Val Kimber's latest music. But I just reached out to Val, and we just discussed the fact that with Zoso Dude wanting to go live promptly at 9 o'clock and us wanting to make sure that we're able to accommodate that, Val is going to move his premiere of his new song to 11:10 tonight. So please check out Val Kimber's channel on YouTube tonight at 11:10 p.m. Eastern after Zoso Dude is over.
You can't get better. You can't get better coordination on a radio station than you can here on pill.net with YouTube and all the other streaming services that that provide for us a way to get our message out to you. So with that said, catch Val Kimber tonight at 11:10. Catch Zoso Dude immediately after the closing of 3BeerMen, and roll that video footage, good sir, Cosmac. Hey guys, so Bruce is still on the loose here in New York City for 3BeerMen, and we are now at the World Trade Center Memorial, and this is pond one of either the North or South Tower, I'm not quite sure which, but then just in front of me, as I get ready to turn the camera around, you're going to see this is the fountain. This is the fountain that unfortunately is empty right now, but you can see down into the pit there. But the coolest sight to see right now is this right here. If you want to just take a quick peek here, look at this. In front of me is the World Freedom Tower, all the way up top there. Look at that, sun bouncing off of it. It's really giving me a hard time to focus because of the sun beating right off of it. But there is the Freedom Tower, guys, in all its glory. All the way up to the spire and the antennas and the relays. There we go. The Freedom Tower, folks. Here in the heart of New York. Well, downtown New York anyway. Thousands of people mulling around on a beautiful summer sunny day. All right, so we're gonna continue moseying on through here at the World Trade Center Memorial, and we'll catch you on the flip side, guys. A little somberness to a wonderful weekend, but you know what? I've never been here since the Twin Towers came down, and so this is a first for me, coming to visit here and see this area where some great and mighty buildings and rising up into the skyline as New York's tallest buildings are now paled in comparison by the One Trade Center right up here. All right, guys. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce on the loose, and we're still here in New York City, so we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.
Bruce, you're muted.
Is there one more, or was that the last one?
There is one more. Let me go ahead and run it.
Okay. Okay, guys, we're here at the only working fountain at the memorial here, and you can see the names on the wall around the edge, going all the way around the perimeter, and then you can see the waterfall falling into the main pool, and then cascading down into the main hole. Well, I didn't catch that last one that you ran, Cosmacus. Have you ever seen the Russian gift of the New Jersey side, a beautiful teardrop memorial? No, I have not, Awakened Mom. I haven't been to the Jersey side recently, where the memorial is on that end. But I'm sure I will eventually make it over there because the Twin Towers were a big thing for us. My ex-wife had a family friend who lived literally around the corner from it, and her husband worked in Building 7 that came down after the towers came down. And as much of a conspiracy theory as that may be, there was actually a fireman friend of mine, my neighbor, who used to be a fireman in that area during that time, told me what happened to the backside of that building. Building 7 got blown out. As the towers fell down, uh, a lot of debris took out the back section of the back end of Building 7, so that it literally fell backwards onto itself because there was no support there at all whatsoever. The entire back wall was completely crumbled and crushed from the debris that fell from the towers. But another story for another time. He did want
Well,
to tell his story, and we may be able to get him as a guest.
yeah, that an interesting bit of trivia, Bruce, and maybe I'll follow up on this as well next week because I only grabbed a couple, but I found a stack of pictures that I took in, I want to say 1990. I'm pretty sure it was 90. It might have been 91. And let me see if I can pull up. I scanned two of them real quick just to see if anybody would recognize the view.
Wow. You were up on top?
That's another one. Yeah, I took those pictures. I have the negatives. And
That's
yeah.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah, those are pictures from the top. Yeah, from the of the
Wow.
World Trade Center. And yeah, and I have a bunch of pictures. In fact, like I said, I'll scan them for next week. That is what the Statue of Liberty looks like from the top of the World Trade Center.
Yep.
Or looked
Wow.
like, I guess you should say. And yeah, I've got some great New York panoramas too. Like you were showing some of
Yeah.
yours from the boat. It was a pretty amazing view.
It was. It
There's
was.
the bridges there.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Manhattan Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge right back to back.
yeah.
Wow. Really cool.
And
That's awesome.
there's a couple night ones here too. There's one, oh, this one. Okay, you can just barely see it.
Pan Am building. Wow.
So this dates the picture because
Yes.
in 1992 is when that logo changed from Pan Am to MetLife.
Yep. That's wild.
So that dates that picture, and those are all originals. I still have the negatives for all those, along with those pictures.
Very cool. Very cool.
So I could probably clean those up and get those looking a lot better than they look now.
Nice. We did have a couple of extra photos, but it was the next day. We'll save those for next week, where I'm in front of the that special building that we'll talk about next week. In the meanwhile, let's say our goodnights because we do want to wrap up, and there's only 4 minutes left to go. So let's give ourselves some time to say goodnight and
Yeah,
bid
let's do
everybody a
that. Let
pleasant
me
dreams.
go ahead and start. While you guys talk a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and break out the lemons and the scratchings and that stuff. So you guys
All
chat for a
right.
little bit.
All right. Well,
Very good. Go ahead, Norm.
have a good night. And if you haven't had a ginger beer before, check this one out. I believe it's pretty regularly available. I don't think it's made in Hollywood anymore, not for a while. But so, yep. It I've had to drink water with it because it has like this. It leaves like the little pricklies on the mouth.
A tingling
Yeah, yeah.
sensation. Yes, a
Hmm.
ginger beer does definitely have that tingling sensation.
So yeah,
So,
yeah, just straight ginger beer. But maybe try it with vodka. But like I said, I have to drive to LAX, so cheers, guys.
Yeah,
safe
and like
travels
you
there.
said, not the best drive, even on a Sunday night when there's no traffic.
There's no easy way from the valley from the San Fernando Valley. I either have to go. I'm not going through downtown. I'm gonna go around to the 405, and it's still probably gonna take me 45 minutes to get there, and then 45 minutes to get back. So
All right.
yeah,
Well, you have a safe travels there,
yeah,
Norm, and send our regards to Kitty and make sure you have a safe flight to and
yeah,
fro.
yeah.
All right. Cosmac, you want to tell everybody what the lemons and the gold pills were? And then you
All
can say
right.
your good
Well,
nights.
let me. Did we ever get this? No. Here comes the chesticles. The chesticles are loose, so they are distributing. Go ahead and get your chesticle fingers ready. You've got 30 seconds to click on those. In the meantime, the scratchings are loose, but I don't see anybody scratching. Oh, there's a scratching. Madness Comic Network scratched just as Deplorable Trumpet rated us from Belushi's stream. Father Larry was lurking on us tonight.
There
He
you go.
didn't say anything in the chat, but he just won some scratchings. So by all means, grab those scratchings. Our lucky lemons tonight were TL Spud, John Rogers, Bad Zoot, Jayla17, and Dandy002. And we've got 45 seconds until Zoso is supposed to be live.
Say your good nights, Cosmac.
Good night, everyone. And yeah, hopefully Zoso will go live at 9 o'clock, like he said.
Very good. All right, everybody. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce Q. Wayne, and this was a very interesting episode of Bruce on the Loose. And we'll continue more with Francis Tavern next week, as well as the Long Island Three Village Society, Historical Society, Museum of General George Washington's Spy Ring. So catch us next Sunday,
Is
same beer
that
time, same beer channel. Peace out from
is
Batman,
that what we
everybody.
should? We're still stalling, Bruce. Should we
We're stealing?
should
Go
we
ahead,
call
Mr.
next
Toto.
week?
Should we what?
Should we call next week George Washington's spy ring? Said
Why
we're
not?
we're still stalling for just a minute while we're waiting
Yeah, absolutely.
for Zoso
Absolutely.
dude.
Yeah, we could come up with something about the spy ring for sure. Yep, absolutely. And maybe I'll be with Pam later on this week, and I'll get some more information from her that I can share with the audience about George Washington's spy ring. So we'll definitely touch on it because we've got a lot of footage that we haven't even gotten to yet from the museum, both Francis Tavern and the Three Village Historical Society. So for sure, we will come back next week with George Washington and his secret spy ring. So check that out next Sunday, same beer time, same beer channel. What do we got there? Anything going on yet with Zoso?
Still not seeing Zoso dude.
And well, as a reminder, he
Go
is
ahead, Norm.
playing Cocoon tonight.
Yes.
So yeah,
Hopefully
That
not
is
from
what
his
I heard.
phone.
That is a very interesting movie from Wilford Brimley, diabetes himself.
Yeah, wasn't it even taken it was taken out of circulation for a while.
Yeah, he said he had a hard time finding it. He had to get I think he said he had to score a DVD copy of it on eBay in order to get it.
Yeah, I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
No, it's not. It's been taken out of circulation, and I'm trying to understand why, but it may be a trademark infringement issue, or who the fuck knows. Can't tell anymore.
A friend of mine was in that movie a long time ago when he was a kid.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that once before when we talked about it.
My friend Barrett Oliver was in that movie. I haven't talked about it in a while. He played one of the grandkids.
I don't see Zoso Dude live yet. I see Madness is live.
So,
yeah, we could always raid Silverline if push comes to shove. I'd hang out a few more minutes here for Zoso Dude. I'd like to send everybody over there and show our support for Zoso. At the same time, I would encourage everybody to go over and subscribe to Madness Comic Network over on the Pilled anyway. They are live right now on Pilled. And yeah, they've got a great shows. Silverline is the show that's on right now. Silverline Sunday. And they've got great interviews, great people.
Oh yeah, and time scales. I can't wait to catch the.
Sherry M. Oh my gosh, good to see you, Sherry. I hope all is well with you, my dear. God bless.
And Timothy Nortoni popped in and said, "What's up, fam?" So
hey,
howdy.
Timmy, what's up? Very cool. It's good to see everybody out there. And Zoso Dude is now live, good sir.
All right. Here comes the raid. We are raiding Zoso Dude. Good night to Acentric over on YouTube, who said, great show, gentlemen. So you stuck in here for the whole show. We love you, Acentric. Great art. You'll find Acentric published in Madness or in Flip City.
Flip City Magazine.
Indeed. All right.
All right, guys.
The raid is set.
Bye.
We are good to go. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right.
Peace
Where's
out
our
to Matt,
outro?
man.
It's coming.
Out,
Hang
sir.
on.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Here it
Honest.
Folks, time to call a night. Do what you feel and keep both feet on the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So till next time.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up.
Move 'em on.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Rawhide. Cut 'em out.
Ride 'em in.
Ride 'em in.
Cut 'em out.
Cut 'em out. Ride 'em in. Rawhide.
Let's get the hell out of here.